Ladies and gentlemen, the former finance minister of Mali has just been sentenced to 10 years imprisonment. 10 whole years of imprisonment in Mali. This pronouncement was made in Bamako today. Ladies and gentlemen, she has been given an extra fine of over 500,000 CFA franc. This woman perpetrated a lot of heinous corrupt crimes during her time based on the information we've received. Now she has been given 10 years imprisonment. I think they were even lenient. If he was a man, maybe he would have gotten maybe 40 or something. You know, these are the people advocating for democracy. So if you see somebody in Mali shouting, oh, democracy with us, these are the type of people that are orchestrating those moves, because they know that the books of judgment will reach them. They know. That is why you see in Nigeria, when the citizens start calling for military government, the next thing you hear is the politicians jumping out of their coffers and saying things like, oh, you these Gen Z children, you don't know nothing about military, you don't know nothing, we suffer to get democracy and all of that. And what is democracy giving us? Producing several failed presidents. From the go, you know those presidents are failed. And they are being backed by Western powers. Democracy is a tool. I'm telling a lot of people, they don't still want to agree. Democracy is a tool. It's not a tool for freedom. It's a tool for continuous slavery. Look at Kenya. They can't even, they are trying to help themselves, but man, I want to see how Ruto will get out of this even after he leaves power. He doesn't look like someone that wants to leave power, but I want to see what happens when he leaves power. How do men like Ruto sleep at night? Well, you know, and that is why you see a lot of politicians always financing terrorism to make sure that there is continuous chaos. They've even, in my own country, they've even compromised the military. Oh my God. So it's only God that can take over right now. Even though what I'm saying now, I'm against what I'm saying because I'm not a religious person. But I'm just saying that the military rule that we've seen in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger is actually the best. And you know, Mali don't play. If this woman was caught in Nigeria, oh goodness, she won't even go to court. Nigerians on this channel can bear me witness. All she needs to do is to call a few politicians and that will be it. People have stolen billions of dollars in Nigeria now. And they were not even arraigned. You know, that is the level of corruption. That is the level of satanism you see in democracy. But that is Mali. Everybody is being held accountable no matter who you are. And that is the kind of world we're asking for. That is the type of world we're asking for. And recently, Captain Ibrahim Traore has banned sports betting in Burkina Faso. I know a lot of youths might struggle with that, but let's assume, let me ask a question. If we have a good society where the government is working well, where your currency has a very good purchasing capacity, and you know, you have your job, you have good life, you have a good family, you have a car to drive, like you have all means within, and the government is serving the people. Nobody is doing too much. Do you think sport betting will be relevant? I remember that we as Africans, we used to love, you know, we used to love football. But after sports betting came in, it became something else. It became something else entirely. Nobody loved anything again. But me, I thank God personally for Pan-Africanism. You know, Pan-Africanism has really championed my life. I'm telling you, before it used to be a Chelsea Football Club banner here. I have almost 74 jerseys. I bought everything this year. 74 jerseys of different clubs. That was why when I started Pan-Africanism, a lot of our day ones, you know, they saw different jerseys. I have a lot. I have almost all the Premier League jerseys. Home and away, I had them. You know, but the more the audience started contending with me, like, this is a representative of this, and I started going back to the history books to make my research, and I discovered that some of these clubs that we worship in Africa absolutely, you know, contributed to, you know, slave trade. So I started, my mindset started changing. I didn't lose complete love for football, but I can tell you at this point categorically that I can't remember the last football match I watched. Yeah, I can't remember. It's been a long time. People tell me, oh, this one happened. I can't even remember. I can't connect with football like that anymore. I connect mostly with good news of things that are going on in Africa. I think the only way I get back to active sport loving would be if Africa has its own league, football league that, good stadiums, and Africa is connected. There is a united Africa kind of, and we can travel with train. We can travel through train to, like, Nigeria is playing Ghana, maybe a big club in Nigeria is playing Ghana. We can have things like Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, Division 4, and we have to take train, maybe a 7 hours journey to Ghana. Africa can be so loved up and beautiful. But that is why they created all this boundary to disintegrate us. Africa can be a place where from day one to the last day of living, you can actually be experiencing real paradise. Africa is that cool. And we are lovely people. We are not that we're not bad people. We don't know. We don't even I grew up not knowing what terrorism means until now. Until now. So, ladies and gentlemen, I won't lie to you. The way the AES state is treating corruption is actually the best ways. We've seen former Nigerian finance minister cry on TV, when they told him to come and account for how he actually managed the budget of that past regime before Abdurrahman Chiani came to power. But ladies and gentlemen, these are the things we want to embrace. These are the kind of move that will shape our future the right way. You can kindly drop your opinion in the comment section. If you think otherwise, it's your boy 7200 signing out and all said. But before I go, I'm really loving this episode of my life. It's actually beautiful. I want to thank you all for your support. And I want to thank Pan-African Strategists for supporting this channel, especially. Thanks for all your donation. I mean, when I see your donation sometimes, I just be like, oh, man. I just be like, no, man, this is too much. But I really appreciate it. Thanks for the love. And everybody that engage our comment section to keep us alive, to keep this movement going. I really want to say I give a lot of respect and salute to you all, man. Thank you so much and God bless you. I'll see you on the next session. I think this is where we draw the curtain for today, right?